I'm going to do my best to briefly tell you guys why I chose the 11-inch iPad Air Pro M4. First of all, I move around a lot. I'm always having to go somewhere. I always have somewhere I need to be. And portability is my number one concern with any of the computing devices or any of the gadgets I buy. Portability means everything to me. This is the number one reason why I chose this particular iPad. Number two is the quality of the display, the OLED display. That is another reason why I decided to go on and upgrade. I am upgrading from an iPad Air 2 that has been pretty much useless to me for the past few years, but I told myself that I no longer needed an iPad. All I needed was my iPhone 15 Pro Max and my M2 MacBook Pro 16-inch. I told myself that was all I needed and I could get everything done with it. Well, I was wrong. The 16-inch MacBook Pro, it's not as portable as I'd like it to be. Let's put it that way. I like the display on it, but the display is actually not easier on the eyes than the display on this 11-inch Air. I'm sorry, 11-inch M4 Pro, iPad Pro, gosh. So now that we've gotten those things out of the way, I want to quickly touch on something that a lot of people are talking about. These people who want their iPads to be a notebook just don't understand that that's never going to happen. So I'm going to say it here and now. I'm going to make a prediction. I think Apple knows better than to put Mac OS 10 or whatever, just to put the computer OS on the iPad. I don't think that's a good idea. I think it's fine with the iPad OS. I like the iPad OS. Now I have this here. The reason I haven't opened it is because I really haven't needed it yet, but I have it in case I need it. That's why I have this little clear case on it, because this is like an extra large iPhone, okay? And I think that it covers most of my needs when it comes to portability. Now, if I were going to do a lot of typing, then I know I would need this keypad. But if I don't need to do a lot of typing, then I want the ability to be able to carry the iPad without that case and not have to worry about it. And that's hence this little clear case here. And I'll have links in the description of this video below, because I'm going to try to wrap this up right now. So for all of you who keep saying, oh, they're just not there yet, they put the most powerful processor in here, but it's still not a MacBook Air or MacBook Pro, because it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to fit into the ecosystem of their products, from this watch to, you know, the iMac or the Pro models or the Mac Studio or any of that stuff. You know, they have this strategy of putting these products just in the right spaces. And the 11-inch is in the perfect space for me when it comes to an iPad. I feel like I have to have this watch now. So I have to have my Apple Watch, I have to have my iPhone, I have to have my iPad, I have to have my MacBook Pro, and yes, I am considering getting another desktop Mac, maybe a Mac Mini Pro or something like that, not necessarily a Mac Studio. The Mac Studio and the Tower, those are the only Macs I've never owned. If they come out with a good enough iMac, I'll probably just get another iMac, because I have two iMacs. One of them is 22 years old, and the other iMac is, 13 years old? Yeah, it's 13 years old. So it's time for another good desktop mothership solution. But in the meantime, that's been my MacBook Pro, which is docked at my desk, on my desk at home, to a 32-inch monitor. So that's what I'm doing there. And you know, if I ever felt the need to move that desktop, because I look at my MacBook Pro, my 16-inch MacBook Pro, as a very powerful desktop computer that has a pop-up screen. That's how I see it. So when I want extreme portability, but I want some decent screen real estate that won't wear my eyes out and leave my vision all blurry once I look away from it, it's the 11-inch iPad Pro M4 with the OLED display. Okay, I think I've said enough. If you guys have any questions, or if you have this same iPad and you'd like to weigh in on this discussion, I'm all for it. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Until then, thank you for watching, and I'll have another video out to you soon. All right, everybody, I stand corrected.